Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us have experienced but don't always know how to handle. These problem behaviors can show up in all sorts of ways. Sometimes it's subtle, like that colleague who shuts down during meetings, or more obvious, like that person who's constantly criticizing everyone else's work. But why do people behave this way? Let's break it down together.
Manners on the go.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Manners on the Go. I'm so glad you could join me today. You know, in our workplaces, we interact with all kinds of people every day. And while most interactions are smooth sailing, sometimes things just don't go as planned. You know what I mean. The atmosphere shifts, team dynamics get a little rocky, and you might even start to feel the tension creeping in. So what's going on? Today, we're diving into a topic that many of us have experienced but don't always know how to handle: problem behaviors in the workplace. These problem behaviors can show up in all sorts of ways. Sometimes it's subtle, like that colleague who shuts down during meetings, or more obvious, like that person who's constantly criticizing everyone else's work. But why do people behave this way? What's behind these behaviors that can turn a healthy workplace toxic? Let's break it down together. One big reason is something called subconscious replay of childhood behaviors. I know, it sounds a bit psychological, but think about it. If someone grew up in an environment where being loud, controlling, or manipulative got them what they wanted, they might carry those habits into adulthood without even realizing it. Then there are hidden agendas. Ever had that colleague who seems to be always up to something, but you can't quite put your finger on it? Yep, that's often someone acting out a role to achieve something, maybe positioning themselves for a promotion or trying to stay in the boss's good books. It creates friction and makes collaboration tough. And here's a big one. Feeling bad often leads to acting badly. When someone's dealing with negative emotions, stress, anxiety, or personal problems, they can lash out at others. It's not an excuse, but it helps explain why they might hurt others because they're hurting too. Sometimes, people just don't know better. They may not understand the impact their actions have on others, or they might use bad behavior as a way to feel powerful, even though it ends up damaging relationships. These behaviors don't just stay with the person. They ripple out and affect everyone around them. So let's talk about the real consequences of toxic behaviors at work, because trust me, they can be pretty serious. First off, toxic behaviors lower morale. If you've ever worked in a place where there's constant negativity, you know how draining that can be. People start to feel unappreciated or frustrated, and that leads to reduced productivity. And it's not just about getting less work done, the quality of work suffers too. So, these are just a few reasons people behave badly at work. But here is the silver lining. Understanding why these behaviors happen and recognizing them early is the first step towards addressing them. Once you know the signs, you can start making changes, whether it's within yourself or how you approach these behaviors in others. So that's what this series is all about. Today, we lay the groundwork by exploring some common reasons behind problem behaviors and their effects. But stick with me because in our next video, we're going to deep dive into one of the most dangerous behaviors in the workplace: bullying. Trust me, you don't want to miss that one. So until next time, remember to keep your manners sharp, even in the workplace. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you encountered any problem behaviors at work? How did you handle them? Drop your stories and tips in the comments below. I'm Tosin Babasanya Craig, and this is Manners on the Go. See you again. Goodbye.
Manners on the go.